So something I've been thinking about, um, I was thinking a little bit about the Mgtow monk. Just thinking about what is this whole thing with being a Mgtow monk. Why is it that I chose this path? Why is it that some guys choose to go down this path? And some people will argue, well, they want to introspect, they want to look inside themselves, they want to figure out what's going on. I take a little bit different approach. This is the deal. You got about 70 years of life as a man, if you're lucky. If you're lucky, you'll probably live maybe into your 80s. But let's just say 70. You got 70 years of life. You got 70 years. The first 18 of your life are spent just growing up to become an adult, to be legal in the sense of being able to get a job and to do all that other stuff. So that's the first 18 years of your life wasted right there just on going to school for 12 of those years. And then you turn 18, and then usually people go off to college and they get yourself a bachelor's, unless you go off to medical school, which you're looking at a minimum of 13 years of school. 4 years, you're looking at a total of 8 years of medical school and then 4 years of residency. That's if you don't go into a subspecialty like surgery or something like that. Then you're looking at 15 years. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of school. It's a lot. It's 13 to 15 years of your life doing nothing every day but waking up and studying in a book. And that's your life for 15 years. 13 minimum. It's crazy. Yes, you'll make good money. You'll have job stability. But the point is, you don't have a lot of time here. Time is of the essence. This is one of the reasons why I decided to go Mgtow monk. This is my reason for it. It's because I realize that my time here is very short. I don't have a lot of time to learn the things that I have found a discovery for, an interest for, about how this earth works, how the universe works, and all these different questions. Because nobody knows what's going to happen after you're dead. I think there is an afterlife to this, but nobody knows exactly what that's going to be. So you can't gamble everything of your existence on that, wasting your time doing things that are frivolous. You got a short time here to do what you got to do. Learn as much shit as you possibly can to prepare you for whatever it is to come, so to speak. That's what the Egyptians did. They knew there was an afterlife, and so they did everything. Their whole life here was spent doing nothing but preparing for the next phase of it. That's why I think there is an afterlife. But nobody really knows what that is, I think. And so I chose to go monk because I wanted to get myself in a mentality of preparing myself for whatever is to come. Because, look, here's the hard reality. Everything that you do here is nothing but to work as a slave, and then you're dead. That's it. That is it. You go to college, you get your thing, and then you go to work every single day of your life. And if you're lucky, you get to have off time for vacation, and then you're dead. And that's, if you get yourself a good job, you don't have to worry so much about the security aspect, but it still doesn't change the fact. Is your existence here to be nothing more than for you to wake up every day and to work as a slave? I would agree. This is not a place of a paradise. Things here are not supposed to be nice. This is why you will always have war. You will always have rich people. You will always have poor people. You can never change that because that's how the system works here. This place is not a paradise. It is not supposed to be a resort. It is not supposed to be a place to go and party. I take it that this place is a place where it is a slave. You are a slave here. That's just how the system works. And so because I know that, I'm not going to waste my time on useless garbage. I mean, could you just imagine the women that they do nothing their whole life but to play around with their fucking hair and play dress up and do their nails and complain about everything. And then when they get into their 50s and in their 60s, they're all raggedied, miserable women because they spent their whole life doing nothing but complaining and looking at themselves. Their whole life. And yeah, now they'll have kids and all this other shit, but none of them are good enough to even do that. But could you imagine somebody's life, that whatever it is that you're supposed to do here, they spent that time playing around with their fucking hair, dyeing it 60,000 times, wearing makeup, playing dress up, and complaining and taking advantage of everybody. And then they're dead. And then they die. And that is it. What did so-and-so have to show for themselves? Well, she fucked around with a whole bunch of dudes. She's fucked off a whole bunch of guys, took advantage of them, played around with her hair, played dress up, and played around on her phone 90% of her life, posting pictures of herself on Facebook, and that was it. And then now she's in a grave, and she's dead. This is why I don't have time for these women. I have a short time here to learn whatever it is that I want to learn. You know, learn all the secrets of the universe, learn about the occult, learn about different star systems, learn about how law works. All of these different things. I only have a very small amount of time to do all of that. That's why I spend my days very meticulously. Very meticulously. I try not to waste any time. I spend most of my time researching about the occult, trying to figure out about all these secrets of this place that we live in as much as I can, learning about different things. I don't spend my time watching reality television shows or the sports channel or the news or, for that matter, any more time on YouTube, because I know that my time here is very short. Very short, and I have a lot to learn very soon, and I have to do it quickly. And so this is why women are completely out of the question for me as a Mgtow monk. Because time is of the essence. I don't have time for a woman who will spend the very precious amount of time here playing around with your fucking hair, playing dress up, and complaining and just taking advantage of people. What kind of life spent is that? It's absolutely absurd. Even though this place sucks, I'm not going to waste my time doing that shit. That's a waste of life. That's a waste of life. But this is what all these distractions and stuff in this world is designed to get you to do. All these reality shows, the news, the magazines, the sports, all this garbage. Completely and utterly useless dribble-drabble is to keep you distracted so you don't answer or ask or wonder about these questions. Because then those systems can't exist without you being engaged with them. And they'll always exist because there will always be people stupid enough to buy into it. That's why it's hard for me to believe that somehow if we get enough people together, they can change things. No, this place is designed to work a certain way, I believe. In my opinion, I think this place is not a paradise. It's not supposed to be where everybody holds hands and sings Kumbaya fucking ah and all that other garbage. It's not what this place is set up for. That's why everybody talks about how this place is run by the devil and all this other stuff. Because the devil, the serpent, it's time. Time is the serpent. It's the devil. It's what's working against you. Because you don't have enough of it to do anything. And then you're dead. And that's it. Look at all these freaking women. My God. They spend that time playing around with their fucking hair and playing dress up. And then they die into a fucking grave and rot. Their bodies, their spirits, I don't know what happens. Like I said, nobody knows what happens. That's why you can't put your gambling chips on all of them in the pot when you're dealing with this kind of subject. Which is why time is of the essence, because time is the devil. The devil is time, the serpent. At least it's one aspect of it. It isn't the actual thing. But it's one of the biggest proponents working against you here. And so you got the clock ticking. The clock is ticking every day. Even though it goes around and strikes noon 2 times over, you have time ticking. Because the time is that you're going to die soon. And every day and every year that goes by, that time gets closer and closer and closer and closer. Are you going to spend your time worrying and arguing with people that don't get your point? Or are you going to spend your time learning everything you possibly can? Meeting with people that are in the same mindset. And don't waste your time with the sheeple or the masses or any of these other people who don't ever look outside of their existence other than the reality show, the sports channel, the fucking news, or politics. And their whole life revolves around nothing but that, and then they're dead. To me, I want to learn things that other people don't get to know. I want to learn things that how this place works. I want to know everything. I don't want to spend my time wasting it on watching television. Yes, entertainment is a way for people to relax, but it isn't the way of your life. I like to play video games. I like to have a drink every now and then, and I like to go out and go do my thing and come home, and I like the security that offers me. I like that, but that isn't my life. That's not what is that is not what makes up my existence here. And so the whole point of the video today is to show you that time is of the essence. The clock is ticking every day. You're on a mission to learn as much as you can while you're here, because the reality of it is you don't know what's going to happen next. That's the whole point of it. And these women, I mean, I laugh at them because I'm in this mindset now. I'm in a mindset of this mindset that time is of the essence. I'm here to learn as much as I can, as long as I can. I'm not here to waste my time on garbage. And you look at these people, these women especially, that go around and they do the most utterly useless garbage that they waste their life doing, their whole life. And then they die, and then they spent their whole life complaining and dyeing their hair and playing dress up their whole life, and then they're dead. They never look outside of their existence, that maybe something else is going on in the universe. How does the universe work? How can I make the time here worthwhile? That's what being a Mgtow monk means to me, because I know that time is ticking. And I want to spend my time studying and learning everything I can about how this place works, and whatever it is that is then to come next after I'm dead and everybody else is dead. What next? That's what I want to know about. What the fuck is going to happen next? I think a lot of people do. That's what I want to spend my time doing. Not wasting my time with a woman who plays fucking dress up and dyes her hair 3 times a day, and then is going to turn around and complain about the most utter useless dribble drabble that makes me want to throw up. When I know that time is ticking, and I'm here learning about the secrets of the universe, trying to figure out what the fuck this whole place is about, and you're telling me about your fucking hair, or what, if I like it or not, or about equal rights, and women's rights, and all this other fucking garbage, it isn't gonna matter, because you're gonna be fucking dead. Oh, women deserve free rights. You're gonna be dead in probably 30 years, woman, if you're in your 30s. And that's what you're gonna spend your time doing? Your life before you die is worrying about equal rights for a corporation that is gonna exist long after you're fucking dead, that you're not gonna get a payment or a benefit from, because you're gonna be rotting in the fucking ground. Let them fucking destroy themselves. That's all I have to say. If you want to spend your precious life worrying about the most utter useless garbage, instead of spending your time learning about is there an afterlife? What is that about? Am I prepared enough to handle that? How does this universe work? How does this universe work? What makes up people? Are there other things out there? How does the system work? How is the system of enslavement work? How does it really work? Studying about the occult, if you decide to do that. Learning other things outside of the box, learning about your existence here in the universe and why it is. Or whatever the case is. Why are you here? The whole point is to know why are you here? What the fuck is going on? And you're going to spend your whole life like all those women at the fucking Donald Trump rally, protesting about equal rights. Are you out of your mind? You're going to be dead. You're dying every fucking day. Whether I believe there's a freaking hell, I do believe there's a hell, and I'm going to do everything I can not to go there. And these people don't even conceive of this. This is what all this distraction is designed for people to do. Is to get them constantly in a state of never knowing, so they become condemned because they didn't spend their time wisely, knowing what to avoid, or learning how to get out of it, whatever the case is. And they spend their whole life arguing over that garbage. And let them do it. I don't care. Fuck it. Because I ain't going to be caught up in that mess. This is why I went Mgtow monk. I realized how valuable time was. So I spend my time and my days very meticulously, methodically, learning about various of different things. I don't spend my time on drama. I don't spend my time in the comments section. I don't do any of that shit. It's a waste of my time. Every day you die. Every day you're dying. Every single day. It's the hard reality of it. Nobody wants to talk about it, which is why these distractions and why entertainment has become people's new life. It's what makes their life meaningful, because they don't want to confront the harsh reality of the truth of the matter of the fact. So that's why I went Mgtow monk. That's why that's what my purpose of it is, and that's why I think it's important that you gentlemen understand how valuable time is. You go get yourself a job. Look, don't go get a master's degree. Don't go get a PhD or any of that doctorate or any of that garbage, because it's a waste of your time. It's designed nothing more than to suck more money out of you, making promises to you that these companies, job markets, and all this other stuff, saying, oh, if you have a PhD in art, music theory, you're going to have a job, or whatever the case may be. Even in research, in biology, even they make promise to you that they know they ain't going to keep, because they're taking your money. So it's not worth it. Go get yourself managing time. Go get yourself a bachelor's in a STEM degree. STEM meaning science, technology, engineering, or math. And I'd say before that, get yourself a trade job before you go off to college, so you have a backup plan, and figure out what it is that you want to do if you decide to go down that path. Get yourself a trade job. Then take that money and save it, and pick an industry in that trade, so that when you go into the career that you get a bachelor's in, you have some work experience. You want to go become an engineer? Go get yourself a job either working construction or mechanical engineering. So get yourself working with metal or something of that nature in that specific trade, so that you have work experience to show for it, so it's worth your time. So when you go into school, you have money saved up, you got work experience, you got a backup plan with a job, and you can show for it because you've worked in that industry. Pick an industry in the trades that if you want to go to college for, you'll have work experience and you'll be in line with what you got to do, so that it's a bounce off. You go to the trade, you save your money, then while you're doing that, you're getting your education for that industry, and then you get a job, and then you bounce to that. So you have security. It's managing time. It's being smart. Just a little thought, just things to think about. But then you're going to work your whole life, and then you're going to pay your taxes, and that's going to be the end of it. And hopefully you have spent that time learning all it is that you need to know about while you're here. So I'm going to wrap the video up. Just thought that this was an important thing to think about. You don't have a lot of time here. Time is of the essence. Don't spend your time with women who want to spend their life, their precious time, and then they're going to be dead. And after that, nobody knows what's going to happen. So you better be fucking ready. That's all I'm saying. You got to get ready for it. Or at least you have to spend the time before that happens learning everything it is that you want to know about. Do whatever it is that you want to do. And you have to be smart about it. I'm not saying go out and be an idiot, because then you're really going to mess up your time. And it's going to be even shortened if you wind up doing some stupid crap that will wind you up in jail or something, or having to do with a lawsuit, or dealing with all of these different things, which would be the laws, which are set up to hold you back, to prevent you from doing the very things I'm trying to explain to you. Be smart about it. My opinion, women are absolutely a waste of time. I think they're there to hold you back in your progression towards whatever it is that you want to learn about. And they want to spend their life playing with their fucking hair and playing dress up and complaining about equal women's rights when, long after they're gone off of this planet, they're going to be forgotten about. Nobody's going to give a shit. You come into this world, you go out of this world. This is, you're born into this world, and you're going to die alone in this world. That's how it is. It's a solo, one-man operation. You're going in deep behind enemy lines. Your objective is to complete a mission, and then you're getting taken out of there. No evidence left. No trace of it. No trace of you being anywhere. It's a rogue operation. One man deep behind enemy lines. You got to go in there. You got to learn what you got to learn. You got to get it, and you're going to get out. But you're going in, and you're going to die there. That's it. That's how I like to look at it. We're on a mission. We got to learn as much as we can. We got to do all as we can. I don't treat life like a big joke or a big big paradise or any of that. I treat this very similarly to an operation, if you will, because there's a lot of limited time. There's a lot of crazy shit around, and you don't know what's going on, so you got to figure it all out. It's crazy. That's the game of life. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video. Have a good one.